No, so it was a lead that came through from the office through our lead management system. So I logged in, saw it had just come in, and I kind of looked at it and went, oh, that's a commercial address. That would be nice to add to my collection. Contact this person straight away. I answered the phone, hey, it's Simon from Lawn Rite here. They're like, oh, that was quick. I only just got off the phone. I was like, oh yeah, I just saw it came through, thought it sounded urgent, get a bit more information, give you the quote, and you guys can get it approved. Just, we can get you on the schedule as early as Monday. And they sounded pretty keen on that because they just moved into the property.
Yeah.
It had overgrown lawns, and they were looking at bringing in a lawnmower from home and trying to push mow it themselves. As soon as I'd done that, straight away jumped into Xero, sent out my quote, emailed it off to her. I had received confirmation that they're happy with the price, happy for me to start, and if I can still start on Monday, it would save them from bringing their own equipment in. Super easy. It took me 5 minutes on the phone, 2 or 3 minutes to draft up, measure and draft up the quote. So under 10 minutes of work, and I've got another $120 a fortnight customer. It shows if I had waited, even if not to the end of that job, my next job was a 2.5 hour job.
Yeah.
So if I had waited that 2.5 hours, someone else could have got back to them, or they could have gone, oh, I might as well get a few more quotes. Could have been, or if I had waited till that evening and called them, and then they would have been closed. Like if I had waited till I finished to do my quotes, I would have called them. They wouldn't have been there because it's a business, so she would have gone home. I would have then maybe had to send her a message or be like, oh, I'll call them tomorrow. And by the next day, and it's 24 hours later that I've called her, it's not setting a great example. It was great. That job fit perfectly into that run, that day. For me, that's almost like my perfect client that I was looking for too. So super happy.
So you don't need to swap another one out. You just add that to your collection now.
Yep, that's a perfect. I need a couple more commercials, and then the more you get, the more it grows. So when I rung them, I do blah 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 just down the road from you, and they're like, oh yeah, that is just down the road. So then it's building those connections. She instantly go, oh, I see that property and it looks good, and oh yeah, that's our neighbour, so this guy takes care of people on our street, so it shows that, I don't know, maybe it builds a reputation for me or something.
Yeah.
So then the more you get, the more it just hopefully compounds.
With an experience like what you've offered too, who does your lawns? Oh, Simon's good. He's so quick. The way saving them the effort of putting their guys out in the hot sun.
Yeah. It sounded like she was going to get out and do it herself, the office lady, and I was like, oh no.
She would have been stressing about that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I was going to bring my mower from home, and I thought, it was, I've got the big ride-on, so it wasn't, the first cut was a little bit messier because you're taking off obviously a lot of grass.
Sure, but still ride-on versus
But still a ride-on versus push mow, and it would have been a good 70 metre long burn, if not more, and it's wide enough that with a push mower you would have been racking up a few Ks going up and down, trying to knock that down. And then I made sure it's all nicely edged and trimmed, better than any of the other properties on the street. So you walk down and you can see the difference between properties.
Yeah, that's good. And it just moved into it, haven't you?
Yeah,
what a great start.
Just moved in. So, and you never know, they might have more sites or
True.
things like that.
That's a good point. Yeah, don't think about that with commercial.
Yeah.
Actually, turns out that car dealership, we've got 4 across in Tarapa.
Well, funnily enough, I do a car dealership in Tarapa, and yeah, they've got other yards, so I pick up another one for them. I think it starts next week or so. Yeah. So they're like, oh, we're going to build another car yard, so we've just brought the block of land, but it needs to be maintained until we can start building on it. Can you do that as well? Of course I can. So,
and it doesn't cost you anything to do that as well. It's come to you.
Yeah, and that's building that good relationship with them by responding, being there on time, doing what you say you're going to do.
Yeah,
they know that they can quite easily just call you. And
why do you think some guys delay getting back to their customers?
If you've had a few knockbacks, you've had a few declined quotes, maybe you can feel or you might feel busy in the moment. And you're like, I'm busy right now trying to get this job done. You're not thinking of the long term that you do need the work. Yeah. So you're like, oh, I'm real busy right now. And if you've got your momentum going, it can be hard. You don't want to screw that up. So I can understand it, but yeah. So you've had a few knockbacks, you might not want to do another quote because you're like, I'm just going to get another decline quote. If you're feeling like that, if you feel like you're not maybe able to service it, and then same thing like, I do that at the end of the day. I don't want to interrupt what I'm doing right now by going and doing, like stopping for 15 minutes, getting out of the flow of doing the work. I've stopped in the middle of a lawn on the ride-on, turn the ride-on off, and I'm standing on the mower in the middle of the lawn on the phone. It's going to do the old phone thing, but it's not really a thing anymore. Have you seen those reels? Be talking to a kid. How do you say you're on the phone these days? That's how we do it. We're the older generation. Now it's just like
is that how kids do
they don't like, they're just like, I don't know, like, yeah.
True.
They don't hold a phone to the ear the same like we did. Speakerphone, yeah. It's just holding it out like this.
It's like, how do you wind down the window?
Yeah. Yes.
And,
it was on the same video, so generational video. So it's like, in our day, you wound down a window. Now they probably don't understand the term wind down the window.
It's funny because my kids will, because the car they grew up.
You should do this with them.
They had the wind up in
you?
the back. Yeah, I had electric in the front, but only wind up in the back. So they were like 2 or 3. So I said, Dad, window down. I'm like,
oh man.
This is so dangerous.
Yeah, I had one of my, this was going back a few years, one of my first cars was a 2-door Nissan, no, it might have been a 4-door, Nissan Pulsar.
Yeah.
And front were electrics, back were wind down.
Yes.
And the electric switch had gone, so like I could only do the back windows, but again, you could have.
Those manual ones never broke.
Yeah. So
There's something about analog, I would say.
But yeah, it's definitely. Even I was going to put that off, right? Like I was going to put that customer off till the end of the day, and I like stopped and I thought to myself, I was like, no, first in, first served. Basically, a lot of customers are just looking for a response.
Yeah.
They just want someone to get back to them, and it's normally just first past the post. They don't even. A lot of customers don't even wait for 3 quotes to come in for lawn mowing. If you're looking at a $10,000 landscaping job, maybe they're going to be looking at quotes. But if you're looking at a $60 to $80 lawn mowing quote, they're just first person to solve their problem.
I guess the difference between commercial and residential is maybe the commercial person, it's not their money. It's the business's money. So it's another job and they just want it done.
Yeah.
So the first person who gets the job done...
They're not necessarily counting the dollars to see if they get wanting to save $5 a cut. So first price in wasn't extraordinary, so they didn't go, oh, that seems extremely high. They went, oh, yep, that was within the realm of what we accept.
Done.
So
that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you give back to your customers.
makes all the difference.